Hare Krishna. Vaibhavi Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Hare Krishna,
Yes,
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
Okay.
yes.
It's gonna be better. Wait.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It's gonna be better. Wait. It's gonna be better. Okay. How's this one? Is okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
No, it's not okay because it's not quite adjusted to it. Wait. Just give me a sec. Just this. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think it should be better now. Let's try
Yes,
it again.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Good. 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 Right. So here we are, another day with my same laptop, but it is still not giving up. I haven't given up, and so she hasn't given up. So laptop is a she or a he or a it. Last time we used to be personal, we used to call it she. Okay. So here we are. We were discussing yesterday. We discussed the symptoms of sadhana bhakti, and now we will proceed towards the symptoms of bhava bhakti and prema bhakti before we move on to the next topic. Okay. So 6 symptoms of characteristics of your devotional service. Here we are. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't shared the screen. Okay, there we go. All right, so yesterday we were like on this Moksha Lagudakrit. All right, so then we were discussing Moksha Lagudakrit. Wait, I just want to check something. Had more exercises. Okay, we have exercises. Drawings. Let's see if we can do that. But that can be only done after we have done the cycle of cell. Okay. Let's see where we are. So any question on this Moksha Lagudakrit? Do you remember what it was? I hope. Can I hope? Do you remember? No? Vaibhavi was not there yesterday anyways. I'm not hoping much from you. What about the rest of them? Any ideas what was this? Moksha Lagudakrit?
Yes, Prabhuji. It means the devotee doesn't even want
Yes, go on.
devotee doesn't even want to merge with the Supreme.
Yeah,
He
why?
doesn't want that. Because the
Why?
devotional service is so much enjoyable. It is written here like it is trillion fold times happiness is
True.
derived. So the devotee doesn't want to go to like be one with the Supreme Lord. He only wants the
True.
devotional service.
Okay, fair enough. It's another reason we were discussing that the other day, yesterday, I believe. The happiness of the moksha, the happiness of liberation dwarfs in comparison to bhakti. Okay. We'll discuss that. Why moksha dwarfs in comparison to bhakti. Did we discuss what like 5 kinds of liberation last week? Sure. Okay. Okay. So here it is. That girl, that movie star, is she married? Is she married yet? Kriti Shannon? She married? No, yeah. Because the last ones
Not
I
yet,
knew they
Prabhuji.
all got married. Yeah, they all got married. This I used to use the example of Katrina Kaif. She finally got married, and I said, like, okay, I cannot use her name anymore. Okay. So this girl, Kriti Shannon, okay, rising star. So many boys, like must be stalking her on Insta, Facebook, and even physically, right? Though they won't have much luck. Thanks to the bouncer must be keeping around to bump them off. So many desperate boys trying to woo her. Here comes the intelligent one. Okay. So the intelligent one, he is also one of them. But he finds out, or I would say he plans a better strategy. What does he do? He dresses up as nicely as he can, gentlemanly, of course, okay? And straight away walks up to the gate of Kriti Shannon's bungalow. And he is stopped by the guard, security guard, okay? What is it with you? So he says, I have come for an interview. I've come for an interview to be the manager of Kriti Shannon. She doesn't have a manager. She needs a manager. She is a very renowned star, so she needs to be like, she must be looking for a secretary or a manager. So here is my CV, okay? And I want to become her manager, servant, basically. Okay? So what happens, because these other boys, they were just wasting their time jumping around like monkeys, trying to get a glimpse of Kriti Shannon, not having much luck though. But this boy, he more intelligent, he walks up to the door, places request for a service. So now, since there were no other contenders, because everybody else was jumping around trying to get a glimpse of Kriti Shannon, so he's invited inside, and the boy is not that bad, he's average. So he gets selected. So what happens? That's not the end, that's the beginning of the story. In order to be the manager for Kriti Shannon, he has to always be close to her. Okay? He has to always be around her. Okay? Then, because Kriti Shannon has got a standard, see, they've got a standard, like movie stars, they have got a standard, a reputation. So the boy cannot move around in those, like economical, cheap clothes. So he gets as good as, like a wardrobe full of suits as Kriti Shannon has, because he's representing Kriti Shannon. Okay. And then because he has to be the manager 24/7. So he gets the staff quarter adjoining to the bungalow. Okay. And now he travels in the same car as Kriti Shannon, with Kriti Shannon. He has to be with her all the time. All right. So what was the smart thing he did? Did he ask to be around Kriti Shannon? Did he ask to be around Kriti Shannon? No. Did he ask to look like Kriti Shannon in terms of standard? No. Did he ask to travel with Kriti Shannon wherever she goes? No. Did he ask to live close by Kriti Shannon in the adjacent quarters? No. What did he do? Come on. Yeah, go on. Shubham, go on. What did you do?
Prabhuji, he asked for the service for Kriti
Yeah.
Shannon.
He just went there trying his luck. Service. Now that he has got service, he's staying with Krishna. He's close to Krishna. He looks like Krishna, like comparable. Okay. And he's got the same kind of facilities as Krishna. And that is called Samipya, Sarupya, Salukya, and Sashti. Okay, Samipya, Sarupya, he must dress as good as Krishna. Salukya, staying in the same bungalow, maybe in the adjacent quarter. And Sashti, same opulence. He's traveling in the same car with Shri Krishna. Yeah, in few minutes. That's all. Getting the point? Where this other boys, they just wanted to have a glimpse of Shri Krishna. They just want to spend one night with Krishna. They just want to be in the place where Krishna is around. They dress up as much as they can so that they can match Krishna's style. One at a time. So that's why those who are devotees, practicing devotees of Krishna, they do not ask for these peaceful system. They don't want to live with Krishna. They don't want to be with Krishna. They don't want to travel with Krishna. They don't want to look like Krishna. All they want is they ask for service to Krishna, and the rest of the headache belongs to Krishna. Because Krishna has a reputation to contend with. You see, just as Krishna has got a reputation to contend with. My manager cannot look like a slob. That's what it is. That's why the devotees, they do not ask for any of the liberation, because they know that's part of the package if you ask for service. Why spoil the prospect by asking for liberation? Getting the point? So, Krishna Bhakta Bado Chatur. Krishna Bhaktas are very smart. That's why the Swarupa is decided by service, not vice versa. Not the other way around. Okay? It is Seva Adhikar Diye Karani Jadas. That is not Swarup Diye Deva Mujhe Seva. It's the other way around. If you have a service, you will have the corresponding Swarup. Say, I want to feed Krishna milk. Okay? So I can be Vatsalya Rasa Bhakta. I can be even the Shanta Rasa Bhakta, like the cow. I can be the Sakya, I can be the Dasya Rasa Bhakta, who brings the glass of milk at night. So many options. What is the use of just telling Krishna, I just want to be with you? I want to serve you. If I have to serve you, then you have to keep me with you. I don't want to be with you. You are keeping me with you. You see, I am not asking for any sorrow. You are giving me that sorrow. I just ask for service. Rest of the management is yours. Okay? That's why those who are in line of, especially Rupa Goswami coming down to the platform of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Prabhupada, they ask for service, not swarup. That is the idea of moksha lagudakrit. They are not looking for moksha or any kind of liberation for that matter. They are looking for service. Daya Mataji, go on. Daya Maji. Can't hear you.
5 kind of liberation.
Your microphone is on. I can see that.
Working.
Now working. Now working.
Prabhuji, 5 kind of liberation because I haven't heard about that.
Oh yeah. These are you will be hearing that very soon. That's part of your CBA question.
Right now,
So
I
when
want
you
name.
say-
Right
okay,
now, I
names.
want.
Yeah, names. Yeah, I'm giving you names because you are not asking me. You are interrogating me. I want names. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have got names. I don't want a third degree. Okay. So it's Sayujya. It's called Sayujya. 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 Saj. Sa. No, Sayuj. Sayuj. Yujya. Yujya. Kaise? Yujya. Sayujya. That means I want to merge inside Krishna. I want to just merge inside Krishna. You see? I and Krishna becomes one. Okay? That's Sayujya. The second is not in the exact order, but like these are the 5. Yes, Shubham Prabhu. Want to
Prabhuji, as you said,
contribute something?
in the Sayujya, the person wants to merge with Krishna, but we have heard in Gita that
Yeah.
like the soul can't be merged, it is divided. Nainam Chandanti Shastrani, that shlok. So how it will be merged?
Yeah. That's what the Sayujya comes to find out. You see? Let them find out. Can they merge? All right. Next is Sal Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. So Prabhuji,
Humble request.
in the similar lines, the Sayujya Mukti contenders or the liberators will be the impersonalists, right? They wanted to merge into the Brahman
Yeah.
effulgence of Krishna, is it?
Yes, exactly. Precisely. All right. That's for as far as they can go. All right. Second is not in the order, but like this second. Salokya. Daya, it's Sa, Sa, and then Lokya. Everything starts with Sa. Sa means with. The word Sa means with Krishna. That's why, like Yujya means to join. Yujya comes from the term yoga, to join with Krishna. Then it's Salokya. Lokya means same planet. Stay in the same planet as Krishna. Okay? Just like it's like I generally stay in Delhi. Okay. And our Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spends much time in Delhi. So we live in the same city, Salokya. That doesn't mean I live with him. Okay? I live in the same city. Okay, that's called Salokya. Then the third is, say for example, it's called Sarupya. Sarupya. Same Rupya, Rupya. Rupya. So it's like having the same bodily features as Krishna or Vishnu. See, these liberations are found in Vaikuntha, not in Goloka. That's an important detail. That these kind of liberations are only to be found in Vaikuntha with Vishnu, Narayana Avadars, not with Krishna. There's nothing called 5 kinds of liberation in Golok Vrindavan because liberation is for the devotees of God, Bhagavan. In Golok Vrindavan, Krishna is not Bhagavan, so there are no liberations. There's only service. You don't want to serve, don't go there. If you don't want to serve, don't go there. If you're lazy, feel I don't want to serve, no need to go to Golok Vrindavan. Settle for, you can try your luck with Vaikuntha. Okay, so that's Sarupya. Then it's called Samipya, fourth. Samipya. Samipya means staying close to Krishna. You're staying close to Krishna, like you can stay in the adjacent building, Krishna. Okay? You can stay close by where Krishna stays, very close. Okay? Samipya. Not Krishna, Vishnu. I'm sorry. These are all with Vishnu or Narayan. So, and the last one is, it's called Sarsti. S-A-R-S. Sarsti. T-I. S-A-R-S-T-I. Sarsti. Okay. Sarsti means having the same kind of opulence as Krishna has. Same kind of money, same kind of power, same kind of as Vishnu has and Narayan has. Okay. I keep on calling Krishna because that's the habit. These things are possible with Narayan. Okay. Pretty good deal. Not bad at all. Okay. Because there is no service. See, for all these four kinds of liberation, you don't have to serve. Okay? You can enjoy with Narayan eternally. That capacity is the service. Service is a little different. That's bhakti. Okay? Vishakha Maji, go on.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, what was
Yes,
Samipya Bhakti? Samipya Mukti?
Samipya means you stay close to Krishna. Staying close to Krishna. Say, for instance, the adjacent building you're staying. Krishna. Very close. Okay? Where Krishna goes, he goes through your pathway. You can always see him. That's not Krishna, I'm sorry, again. It's Narayan. I keep saying Krishna is a habit, sort of habit. Good habit or a bad habit, I don't know. But anyway. But it's yeah, it's Narayan. Is it fine? Vishakha Maji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, can put your hat down. Thank you. Krishna Priya Mataji, go on.
Pranam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Maji.
Prabhuji, my question is, Mirabai never thought of merging with Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also never thought of merging with Jagannath Ji, because we
Yes.
say Jagannath Ji as Mahaprabhu, and we also say that Mirabai merges with Krishna. So
One.
how is like?
One.
So I'm not getting like.
Who said that? Who said that?
Like we hear from
What?
different
What
sources.
did you hear?
That
What did you hear?
Mirabai merged with Krishna. She merged with the idol
When?
of Krishna.
Idol of Krishna, not Krishna.
Yeah.
When did she merge with Krishna? He merged into the idol of Krishna, not Krishna.
Okay. And same we hear in Tota Kobinath, that
Yeah.
in the knee of the idol of
Yeah.
Krishna.
Yeah.
So, and we also say that Mahaprabhu Jagannath. So
Yeah.
he is not Vishnu. Jagannath is Vishnu, but
No, it's Krishna.
he's Krishna. But then the intention was not to merge, but
They didn't merge. Who said that they merged?
okay.
They merged. They went inside, that's all.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Well, if you go inside the door, through the door, yeah, Keshavi Jayada Mataji. If you enter your house, how do you enter generally into your house? Through the
main
door? Through the
through
window?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the door. Hopefully not the window. Hopefully not the shaft. Okay?
The
Yeah.
main door.
So then if you open the main door, you don't merge inside the main door. You disappear inside your house.
Okay. So that is the way, that is the path.
That's all.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu, and then Vaibhavi Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, when we talk about the Sarupya Mukti, so when we is it with the constitution or is it with the appearance of Krishna? Because constitutionally we
Yeah,
are
Vishnu.
same. Yes,
Vishnu,
with
yeah.
Vishnu, yes.
Yeah, appearance. Same.
Appearance of Vishnu.
Just like the
Okay.
Vishnu Dutas.
The four-handed forms and all,
look,
Prabhuji.
yeah, it's like Jai Vijay. All of them look like Vishnu. Yeah. We find there's this hilarious pastime mentioned by Sanatan Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatam. When Gopakumar, he reaches the door of Vaikuntha and he sees and then he immediately bows down. And these personalities, they don't, no. We are not the ones. We are his servants. He is inside. You see, 400 form. He never saw. He thought this is Vishnu. He said, no, we are not Vishnu. Vishnu is inside. That's like that. Okay. Vaibhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Sorry.
Prabhuji, is it true that the deities we worship, they are to be considered as Vishnu worship and not Krishna worship?
Oh, you heard something and that needs to be properly adjusted. Yeah. We are worshipping Krishna, but the method of worship is the method of worship that is applicable to Narayan. That's all. Krishna can also be worshipped like Narayan. Therefore, the methodology of worshipping Krishna, what we use is Narayan worship. Say, for example, we offer shoes. Okay, ime paduke. But Krishna never wear any shoes in Vrindavan. He ran around bare naked, like with his naked feet. So then, but when we worship, we don't worship without shoes. We use chamara. That's for Vishnu. For Krishna, they directly use the tail of the cow. You see? So there are things. So that's the opulence for Vishnu and opulence of Krishna. It's a little different.
So that worship
That's
is
all.
in opulence form.
Yeah, because to worship Krishna, there is nothing called worshipping of Krishna. The word worship is not applicable for Krishna. The word service is applicable for Krishna. The word puja is for Vishnu Narayan forms. And the word seva is for Krishna. That's why our worship, what we call it Nitya Seva. So, whereas opulence, it will involve more puja. So, puja forms a very small part of our seva. So, that's what it is. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Daya Mataji, don't listen to all of these things. You'll get even more confused.
I have to
I just
listen.
want-
I'm part of class.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking to keep your life simple.
Prabhuji, I have a
Okay.
question.
Yeah, I see that your hand is still up. Go on. And then I have to move on.
Prabhuji, if someone is in Vaikuntha, then from there, he or she can promote it to Golok Vrindavan.
Yes, possible.
How? By doing service from there.
You will see that when we reach there. We will cross the bridge when we reach there. There is a slide for that. Wait. It'll take 2 days.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I believe now you will be putting your hand down. Okay, thank you. Where were we? Moksha Laghutakrit. Now this is again Bhav Bhakti Sudurlabha. That's why it is rarely achieved. Sadhana Bhakti is not rare. Bhav Bhakti is. Okay. It's not Durlabha, it is Sudurlabha. Very difficult. Very rarely achieved. But in even this rare category, Krishna says, many have achieved. Bahuni me vetitani. So in Bhagavad Gita, you must have read that. Many of them. Oh yeah, we read that. Bhagavad Gita. In 4th chapter. Many of them in the past have achieved that. So, yeah. If you're on the path, you will achieve it for sure. See, once you are in, this is like Krishna consciousness is just like underworld. You can get in, but you cannot get out. Okay. Now, Prema Bhakti. Sandra Ananda Visheshatma. Inconceivable transcendental pleasure. This is not just transcendental pleasure. It is inconceivable, Sandra, inconceivable transcendental pleasure. Okay? That's why in Prema Bhakti, see, that's why post-Prema stages are not possible in the body. Human body is not designed for that kind of energy. Okay? So, even Prema, human body, it's very difficult for human body to digest that. Yeah, the symptoms when just anyway, I just want to go in the details. Okay, let's go to the next one. Last. Finally, this is the one. Sri Krishna Akarshani. Only Prema Bhakti can attract Krishna. That means you can attract the all attractive. It is Krishna who attracts everybody. But now, Prema Bhakti can attract Krishna. That is the stage. So you must have an idea now what it takes to attract God. So that is Sri Krishna Akarshani. This is Prema Bhakti of the Krishna type, not the Narayan type, the Krishna type. All right. Let's move on. We discussed that yesterday. Okay. First for Sadhana Bhakti, then for Bhav Bhakti, then for Prem Bhakti. And we did some corrections in our books also. The same thing, shown in another way. Now comes Kleshagni. Some details. Important details. You see, Klesha means material suffering and Gni means destroy. It's like I was emphasizing yesterday. It is the Gni of the key, not Gni. That will become Agni. That is the fire of material suffering. No, it is the destroyer of material suffering. It's the other way around. Sanskrit is a funny language. Pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. As it said, Immediate relief, all kind of material distress, yes. Relief. It didn't say it ends, it said relief. Okay? Be very careful with the words. Relief. Rahat. Now there are three causes of suffering. With that, we will get into something very technical. But that is the first basic thing one needs to understand. The three causes of suffering are kleshas. So what are the kleshas? What is suffering is? Papam tat bijam ta avidya. Cheti tetridha. These are the three. What are the three kinds of suffering? Papam, sinful activities. Tad bijam, the seed of such sinful activities, which is samskara. Okay? And third is avidya, ignorance. These are the primary three causes of suffering in the material world. Sense, okay? The seeds of sin, which is called samskara. And the third is avidya, ignorance. Okay? Tridha, three types. Sinful reaction, bija, material desires, the samskara, and last but not the least, ignorance. Fair enough? Now let's see, how does these work? Papam. Two kinds of sinful reaction. Aprarabdham and prarabdham. Dvidha. It is subcategory of pap. Sinful activities. Sinful reactions actually. One is called aprarabdham. That means I have committed a sinful activity, but I am not yet reaping the result. Aprarabdham means that which is not yet fructified. I'm not yet suffering for that. Okay? I will suffer, but not today, not now. Okay? That is called aprarabdham. And the other one is called prarabdham. That which I'm currently suffering. Okay? I did something previously, and I'm suffering because of that today, as we speak. That is called prarabdham. That means that which is current and that which is like, in the bank. You can take that to the bank. Okay? Moving on. You see, that's what it is. Immature and manifest. That is not matured yet. Just like the fixed deposit. It hasn't matured yet. It's in the bank. And that which has matured, I'm getting it. Except that it's not fixed deposit of money, it's fixed deposit of sins. Okay? Sinful reaction. Very soon we will be going back to the book. Better we go to the book than reading this first. Let's go to the handbook. The handbook is going to make our life relatively easy. Wait, there is the handbook. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, this diagram. Okay. This will take some time for you to swallow. And then still further time for you to digest. Okay. But unless and until you digest that, know what you are doing. This diagram is coming from this verse. You see? 4 kinds of effects of sinful activities. Okay? This is the verse from Padma Puran. Those who are engaged in devotional service have demonstrated all the sinful reactions, fructified, stalk, seed, gradually vanish. So what is fructified? What is in the stalk? And what is in the form of seed? We'll see that. Okay? Okay, let me do this. Actually, let me draw it for you in the board. Then it's gonna be easier. You can, in the meantime, you can follow the book, but I'll draw it for you so that it comes relatively easy. Let me see if I can get my Photoshop started. Oh yeah, good. Very good. Yeah. Say, let's start from the simple one first. The simplest. Okay? Let's start from here. And if I commit a sinful action, what I'm gonna get? Fair enough? Fair enough? Okay. Say, for example, let me find a victim. I don't need a volunteer, I need a victim one. Okay, what happens? Harshika, what happens if a boy, okay, stranger, he comes and tries to flirt with you? What happens? I hope you don't laugh. I don't think you smile at him like this. This is very benevolent.
No,
What
I won't
happens
laugh.
if
So
some,
nothing you stop.
what would you do? Ah, yeah. Maybe you will slap. Right? So what happened here? It's very simple. Oh, wait. What happened here? He flirted. What did you do? You slapped. Finish. Right? That's called instant karma. Okay? That's what you call instant karma. Now, there may be something a little more complicated than that. Not as simple as that. Okay? It's another thing that might happen. There's the same, not the same activity, the same act, a different act. I steal Vishakha's money. Okay? Vishakha, save your money. Protect it from me, myself. Protect it from me, I'm sorry. It's poor English. If I steal your money, if I steal your money, what happens? I've stolen your money. So let's do it like this. Stolen your money. Okay? This one. Right. Stolen your money. What happened? When I stole your money, or maybe make it a little shorter. Items. When I stole your money, I developed sinful propensity, or you can call it habit. Let's call it habit. Okay? Sinful habit. The sinful habit in Sanskrit, they call it kutam. Okay. Kutam. It can also call it samskar. Whatever you want to call it. Okay? Right. Okay, I developed a sinful habit. Now, this sinful habit will lead me further let's give it a different color. Because of this habit, I will develop sinful desire to repeat the act. Okay? That's what we call bijam, or the seed of sin. All right? Now I'll develop this one. And when I develop this one, then I will do it. So then finally it happens again. I've done it yet again, haven't I? So now here. Getting my point? So now it doesn't end here. Why is not ending? Because of this. Because of the sinful desire, here, let's see the pen. Let's see if I can draw something on this. Oh, I can see now. Now I can see. Go back to this. Getting my point? Because of the desire, again I will go back. And then I will have a reaction. So actually I'm having two things. These two things, sinful habit and sinful desire. Let me try this here. Sorry. These two things. Okay? Wait, Jyoti, wait. Don't be impatient. This is called okay. This is what it is. These two things combined to this whole process is called aprarabdha. This is the simple one. Let's go back and start with the simple one. See what happened at the beginning. Not much. Wait. See, in the beginning, not much happened. There was a sinful act, and then hence there was a sinful reaction. Fine. That simple one. Okay. Now forget this. Now let's start with this. There's a sinful act that led to a sinful habit. Okay? Because of the habit, it wait. Because of the habit, it led to an impression of, sorry, this is not the one. Is this the one? No. I think I lost that layer. Here it is. Because of the sinful habit, it gave rise to sinful desire to repeat it. Fine. Second step. First step is, because of this act, a habit developed. From the habit, a desire to repeat that developed, that is called seed of sin. Okay? So after that seed fructifies, it goes to this. Okay? And for now, understand, these two put together, they are called aprarabdha. This is the aprarabdha stage, unmanifested. The sin has not manifested. The act has been done, the reaction is yet to be there. Understood? You feel me? Okay. You feel me? Do you follow? Okay. Now, when it fructifies from the aprarabdha, it doesn't remain aprarabdha anymore. It becomes prarabdha. You reap the reaction of sin. But that's not the end. Because you have a bija and on samskar, therefore, you repeat it again. And that is what is called cycle of sin. That's what Arjuna asks, that as if by force, I don't want to do it, but as if by force, I am forced by the, I don't know, by some unseen force. I'm forced to commit sinful act. Why is it so? It is because of this, the samskara, and as a result of that, yeah, that's how it works. Okay? Question. Why Vavimaji? Go on.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then what is prod prarabdha?
What?
The mature karmas that are also it's prod prarabdha. I heard this term.
Or prarabdha means prarabdha one thing, same thing. Prarabdha means that is already, prarabdha means the sinful reaction. Pap karma means the sinful action. Pap phal means sinful reaction. The pap phal is also in Sanskrit called prarabdha.
Okay, they both are same.
Pap phal and prarabdha are same. Pap karma or pap are same. Okay? Okay? And in between, you have got bija and kuta. Kuta means a proclivity or habit. How does habit works? Any idea?
By
How does
by
that?
by repeating it constantly.
Yeah. That's why it's very difficult to give up. Right.
So prarabdhas are the mature reactions, mature karmas.
Yeah. Reaction, yeah. Prarabdha means reaction. Pap means action.
So mature karmas bring manifested reactions.
Yes, precisely. Okay. You see samskar or the habit, how does it work? Oh, I'm sorry, I stopped sharing it. Right. This is called samskara. Okay. Fine. You see how does it work? Let's see how does it work. Habit, right? If you start removing it, if you start fighting it, a bit, okay? Fight it more,
It.
bit. Fight it even more.
It.
Getting my point? That's what is habit. It's not easy. It's practically impossible. That's why with one stroke of bhakti, we burn it out. Burn it out. Okay. All right. Yes, Jyotimaji. Yes, your turn. Jyotimaji already raised her hands before. I'm sorry. Go on, Jyotimaji.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
Please accept mine.
Prabhuji, what decides whether a sin will go into a prarabdha or prarabdha?
All of them.
Like what decides? Suppose like
Don't
some
decide,
people.
this is cycle. No decision.
Okay.
That was the simple diagram which I showed you. This is
Okay.
how it actually works.
Okay. So
This is actually how it works.
okay. So we say that like some good people, they get instant reaction of if they try to do something wrong. So is it a protective mechanism so that they don't develop the samskara?
No, depends on. No, instant karma means like you will have lesser time to develop the samskar.
Okay.
You see? So the graver the act, the more time it will take, and it will kind of, set in, basically. It will set in, and then it will, be part of your habit. The graver the sin is.
Okay.
That's right.
And
All sinful actions produce samskara. This is the mechanism. When you are getting an instant reaction, that means the sinful act generates a lighter samskara and a weaker seed. But it will.
okay.
Definitely it will.
Okay. And also the attitude which by which one commits one sinful activity also decides whether
That
it is.
attitude is called samskara.
Okay.
Samskara means attitude, what it is. Our value system.
Yes. Okay.
All
And
right.
Prabhuji,
Mhm.
samskara,
Go
this
on.
word,
Mhm.
this samskara word we use also for good habits, no?
Yeah. Samskara means either good samskara, bad samskara. Susamskara, kusamskara. Susamskritam. A person with a cultured person is called samskritam. That's why we get this language Sanskrit. The language of cultured people.
Thank you.
It's all coming from samskara. Okay, Daya Mataji, go on.
Prabhuji, there's like positive act and a negative act. So, is there any effect of positive act on these negative sanskar?
Same, no. You will have
No.
positive reactions, positive samskaras, positive seeds. You help somebody. Okay? So you help somebody. You can change that papa. Okay, fine. Let's do this way. Let's not do it that way. All right? Ponya. Benevolent act. What will happen? It will give rise to
Good reaction.
that's all. It's not sinful. That's called.
Beneficial.
No, wait. Call it boon. So, what does that change? The
But
only thing
Prabhuji,
it changes that it gives a good reaction. But the denominator is reaction. Until the time you have reaction to action, you're not going anywhere. You see? You are not getting freed from the chain cycle. Either it's a good reaction or it's a bad reaction. Good reaction means good results. You will live happily in this world ever after. So for those who wants end the suffering of this world, this is not going to help. And they goes hand in hand. This one and the previous one. Wait, what's happening? This go hand in hand. You see? That's the problem. You will have both good reactions and bad reactions. So therefore, Krishna consciousness, it erases the reactions for both good, all the samskaras. Both the good and bad. This good is good in terms of this world. This good is not bhakti. This good is not Krishna's service. This good is like my enjoyment.
bounding.
Yeah, that's it. It's like that the common example is given that if you are bound with an iron shackle or you are bound with a gold shackle. Gold shackle is a pretty stylish, pretty luxurious, but at the end of the day, it's a shackle. That's what it is. So we still prefer the gold shackle over the iron shackle, that's for sure. There is a difference. It's not that the papa and the punya are the same. Okay? It's not that the sin and merit are the same. No, they are not. Definitely not. Okay? But in the ultimate analysis, it's like this. Okay? The idea is not that we become reckless. Oh, if both cases we are being bound, what is the point? Do as you like. Okay? That's not what we are. But that it's just an education. It's just as a comparative analysis. We don't live our life that recklessly. Okay? Very careful about it. Just like they say this is the kind of confusion they have in Islam also. Dunya and Akhirat. So everybody is after Akhirat and they forget the Dunya. Okay. So the same thing. While we are here, we go by the book. Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu, go on.
So, Prabhuji, is there any correlation between the pious activities and uplifting or moving towards the bhakti side? Or
Yeah,
is it
certainly.
totally
Certainly.
disintegrated?
Certainly. No, certainly. Pious activity gives us more chance, like the proximity. Because of pious activity, we will stay closer to those kind of people who are devotees. You see? So, but even in this, there are a further categorization. There are activities which gives rise to chance for getting introduced to bhakti. They are also called pious activities. They are called sukritis. Those pious activities are not called punya. They are called sukritis. Okay. That sukriti gives us opportunity that we might get a chance to engage ourselves in direct devotional service. And if we take that chance, that's our beginning. That's how it all starts. We get a chance, we take to it, because it's voluntary. That's how it starts.
And,
Okay.
and Prabhuji, I have another question for you with respect to sinful
Go on.
activities or
Go
habits
on.
or desires. So, Prabhuji, what I understand is with this human body, the ultimate goal of this human body is to engage ourselves in the service of Krishna or Vaishnavas. But if we'll commit sinful activities, so it will takes us the privilege of doing that, and will be dragged towards the other species or to the lower species of life down the line. So is it
No.
that after? Okay, so
No.
how that works, Prabhuji? I just wanted to know, because we have heard that there are 84,000 species of living entities and all.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so how to attain the human form of life when we are committing the sinful activities with this present human life? So will there be any chance that down the line we'll be getting
Good
the
question.
human form of
No,
life?
no. Good question. Yeah. So it's like a very subjective thing, but there is a principle. It's not there are no principles. Wait, just let me drink. Thanks a lot. Yes. So, yes. See, how does it work? As scriptures tell us. We saw the definition of bhakti yesterday, right? We discussed that. And we saw what makes it bhakti and what makes it pure bhakti. Right? So, if there are sinful activities going on, then the bhakti becomes bhakti, not pure bhakti. Okay? Now, if the sinful, the gravity of sinful activities like far outweighs our endeavor in bhakti, okay, the chance is not so much, but there's still chance. Yeah, it is there. It's not that once you have contacted bhakti, you cannot fall down. You can. And this fall down means falling down into the inferior species, as you said. Okay? Inferior species. So, yes, if there are very grave sinful activities or, say, for example, offenses also, okay? So there is a chance that the bhakti, whatever I have done, because the bhakti, once I have done it, it cannot be undone. Okay? There's no undoing process of bhakti. But the process of bhakti it can freeze. Just like I have a bank account. But if I if I'm involved in unlawful activities, so the government can freeze my bank account. I can see the balance, but I cannot take out the money. Okay. Similarly, the bhakti, it is kind of like a frozen. The bhakti is there, but the effect of bhakti, it will take some time before the effect of sinful activity is dwindling. It's dwindling, not even dwindling. I would say it has to. Yeah, it has to go. It has to go. Yesham tu antagata papam jananam punya karmanam. Tay dvanda mukta prajatimam dhiravrata. 9th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, you will find the same thing. Yesham tu antagata papam. Unless and until my sinful reactions of my sinful activities are gone, I cannot be steady. That means I cannot achieve the position of nishtha. These sinful activities are called anarthas. So when I get rid of anartha, that is called anartha nivritti, then my bhakti becomes steady, nishtita. Okay. Bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. So before that, it is like that. So it is the same for punya. Okay. You have done so many punyas that, and as compared to that, the bhakti is weaker. So you will be promoted. No more human life for you. You become a demigod. Okay? Or even higher planets. There is bhakti, but there's punya. So because of the punya, you will always get attracted to more and more sense enjoyment there. But you have got bhakti also. So there will be tussle. So in the higher planetary systems, if you can somehow resist that temptation and continue with your bhakti, the result will be faster. Why? Because that is a more pious place. Satogun is higher. So it will be more helpful for you. But if you don't, then Puna Mushika Bhava. Again, you become a mouse. Okay. That's how both the sinful activities and the pious activities act if the bhakti is weaker. If the bhakti is good, you will sail through.
Okay. So Prabhuji, I have another in the sequence. We saw a tree in Vrindavan courtyard, right? So how we can correlate that thing? Because that tree witnessed everything,
Difficult.
right? He takes darshan of Radheshyam Sundar every day, 24/7, every time, everything that we observe. So how we can correlate with this thing?
That's how we see it. That's how we see her, the Tamar tree. So Tamar tree is a male. So it's like, yeah, that's how we see him. So the point is, the birth of that Tamal tree in the courtyard where Krishna is there, that has happened because of heaps of pious activities and Sukriti. Heaps of Sukriti. Now you get that as it happens. Okay? And now that tree certainly is going to get a human birth. That's the writing on the wall. Any resident in Vrindavan who are not human beings are destined to get the human birth next birth. That's destined. That's written in the Shastra. Okay? That's like either because of your pious activity or because of your sinful activity. You got a birth, a non-human birth in Vrindavan. Okay? And this birth is the result of that pious or impious activity, and that will be burned up in this lifetime. In this species, whatever species you are in. The next birth, you will get a human birth in Vrindavan. And now, here again, you have the second chance. It's not automatic. You'll have to. It's not that everybody who is born in Vrindavan, they are Brajavasis. That's not a Brajavasi. Brajavas, the word Brajavasi means the person who stays in Braja, Golok Vrindavan. It's a very cheap understanding. Generally, we think that, oh, these are Brajavas. That doesn't give us license to commit offenses or like do as we like. Do as we do while we are like in our native place. Okay? You are supposed to behave like devotees, but at the same time, we need to know all of them are not devotees. Most of them are not. The Guru Purnima day before yesterday, I was coming back from day before yesterday. Yesterday it was Guru Purnima. Day before yesterday, I was coming from Aligarh and to Vrindavan, and there was this Guru Purnima. Like the streets are jam packed because like the Guru Purnima festival is there and on the Parikrama Marg. And then I see while I was in the rickshaw Parikrama Marg, that's like around after 9:30. After 9:30. Daya, were you there day before yesterday when we had that meeting? No. Who was there? No, none of you. Yes, apprentice. That was with prognosis. Okay. So this was around 10. And on Parikrama Marg, I see long queue. Okay. अंग्रेजी शराब का देसी ठेका. Yeah, just 100 meters from where I'm staying, right on the Parikrama Marg. Okay, when you cross the Gauri, what is that? Gauri Gopal, the new this Gauri
Gauri
Gopal
Gopal Ashram. Yes,
yeah,
Prabhuji.
you cross the Gauri Gopal Ashram and you're coming towards ISKCON. So in between that place, got this big. So this is written, Angrezi Sharab ka Desi Theka. So the wine is English wine, but it is written in Hindi. That's how it is. So you have to understand what is Vrindavan. Okay. So like there was a
Got it,
time in
Prabhuji.
Vrindavan, there's a time in Vrindavan when they came and they said that this looks vulgar. This sharab ka theka, Angrezi sharab ka theka, this looks vulgar. Like, don't write it. Okay. So it was written, Angrezi sharab ka theka idhar hai. Okay. So what they did, they like painted this thing over. Angrezi sharab ka theka was painted over. Okay. So what was written? Idhar hai. So people were going there. They knew. Then they like removed idhar. Which way? They removed the idhar. It was written hai. People are still coming. Okay. Then they removed the hai and there was an arrow. People knew where to go. Okay. That's called habit. Angrezi sharab ka theka idhar hai, then idhar hai, then this. That's called habit. That's called samskar. So no different anywhere in the world. Good. So let's move on. So that is the cycle of sin or cycle of karma, as you can say. Okay, this is how it works. Okay. So here you can see it's given in a different way, the diagram. Okay. But now you can, I believe it will be easier for you to understand the diagram. You see, the papa directly leads you to prarabdha. Or in some cases, it is like aprarabdha, and that it is showing kuta and bijam again coming to prarabdha. Okay. So it will ultimately come to prarabdha, but in the meantime, it will build kutam and bijam. So what does Krishna consciousness do? You see that verse? Read the first line for me. Read on.
For those who are engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all sinful reactions, whether fructified in the stalk or in the form of a seed, gradually vanish.
Oh, gradually vanish. What does that gradual thing means? Hey,
Slowly,
Ashika. No, just pay attention. Don't see anywhere here and there. Just look at the screen. We'll miss it otherwise. Wait. We'll miss it otherwise. See, how does it vanish? Fast. Right. This vanishes. All right. This vanishes. What stays? You have got the sinful desire in you, and because of the sinful desire, you are committing sinful activities. Okay? But the propensity has died. Then this died. Okay? Now you are still committing the sin and it is giving you sinful reaction. All right? Now, in the final stage, this dies. This is the stage, this final stage, this happens in the stage of Bhava Bhakti. Before that, in Sadhana Bhakti, up to this is destroyed. Okay? And that's just the opposite of what happens in Karma Kanda. In Karma Kanda, you commit sin and then you do Karma Kanda to remove this. In the meantime, these two keep accumulating. Okay? These two never stops. Therefore, this cycle never stops. And this never stops. So you do a sinful activity, you nullify this with the Karma Kanda, then because of the bija, you do another one. And you do yet another Karma Kanda, then another one. And finally, that stage comes when you are sick and tired of the Karma Kanda. But you are not tired of your sinful activities. So ultimately, the sinful activity wins and you go to hellish. Like you have got, hellish results, hellish planets, hellish mentality, everything hellish. You cannot fight karma with Karma Kanda because Karma Kanda is, it is cutting off the tree, not the root. So because the root, these are the roots, these are part of the roots. It stays. That's why it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. That's why bhakti, it is just the other way around. Bhakti starts with the root. All right? Bhakti starts with the root. And therefore, it doesn't start here. It starts here. The bhakti approach is the inside out approach. That's why while you are doing sadhana bhakti, you will still feel the heat. Sometimes the heat might intensify. Sometimes the heat of sinful reactions may intensify when you start Krishna consciousness. How come that is possible? Only the doctors can tell us. What happens when we fiddle with the cancer tumor? Ashika, what happens when we fiddle with a cancer tumor?
और फ्लेयर अप हो जाता है स्टार्टिंग में.
Yes, it starts growing at a faster rate. Why? Because
पूरा
the
खत्म करने के
end
लिए.
is, yes, because the end is near. या बंदा खत्म होगा या ट्यूमर खत्म होगा. कैंसर का ट्यूमर छेड़ दिया ना आपने, अब या बंदा खत्म होगा या ट्यूमर खत्म होगा. सो अब स्पीड बढ़ जाएगी. So as soon as you start this bhakti and the bhakti starts attacking the sinful roots, which is the samskara, you start feeling the heat more. It's the cancer cell has come in. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a call to action for the cancer cell. So now you cannot stop the chemo. You cannot stop the chemo. Okay. So you have to continue the chemo, but now you have to see that like how much like chemo is required. How much can the body sustain? You see? So then the fight is going on. That means then you have to start tempering your bhakti. Gradually, you have to increase the heat. Gradually, it's like an analog signal. Gradually, you start increasing the heat. Fighting, 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 fighting. You can see the effects. You see? What is the effect of chemotherapy on the hairs? What is the effect of chemotherapy on the hairs? Oh, you see?
Hair loss.
You see? Did you see that? Yeah, that's why you see all the devotees, they don't have hair. Chemotherapy going on. You see? That's exactly what happens. Okay, the chemotherapy is going on. But then, after you are relieved of cancer, then you will see the hairs coming back. He or she is becoming beautiful again. That is called Swarupa. Do you see Krishna, any of Krishna's cowherd boys like this? Any Krishna's girlfriends like this? No. Yeah. Because the chemotherapy is over. They've regained their Swarup now. Okay. That's how it works. So when you are devoid of all sins, that is the stage of Bhava Bhakti. And then from Bhava Bhakti to Prema Bhakti, you are like relieved of all reactions to any offenses. And then you are Sthitam Sattve Prasidati. Okay. You are Sthitam in Shuddha Sattva. That's how it works. Okay? A happy ending? Everybody wants a happy ending. Yes, Dayamaji, go on.
Prabhuji, then the person who is in Bhava Bhakti does not further commit any good or bad activities.
No. You cannot. He is incapable of doing that. Because he is only directly being commanded by Krishna. That's why.
No will.
Just
No
incapable.
personal will is there.
Come again?
I mean to ask that no personal will of that person.
No, the will has been submitted to Krishna. He is acting according to the will of Krishna, willingly. The submission has been done willingly. And there is no reason for him to act irrationally either. That's why. He is not a slave, he's a servant. He has the free will. But he doesn't have any reasons to act irrationally. Completely satisfied with Krishna. That's why. Good. That was a very good question. Very sharp and good question. Thank you, Vidya for being there. All right. Let's move ahead. Where are we? Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu, go on.
So
In the
Prabhuji,
meantime,
when we see some issues in a devotee's life, so is it because of this the seeds of sin which is already
Mostly.
there? So the desire.
Yes. Mostly Purva Samskar.
Okay.
Mostly Purva Samskar. Mostly Purva Samskar. It's not easy. It's like so much heat. Because the Purva Samskara, like you must have heard, that one Shuddhanam can remove all of that. Yes, that's the point. So the Shuddhanam comes from a Shuddha devotee. That is what the fight is all about. All right. Let's go on. Okay, read on. Please read on. Now this will make sense.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can I read?
Yeah, go on.
Papam. Sinful activities are of two kinds, those that are mature and those which are not mature. The sinful activities for which we are suffering at the present moment are called mature. The many sinful activities stored within us for which we have not yet suffered are considered immature.
Okay. This is now the first, what we were discussing, summarizing the same thing. Mature means prarabdha, immature means aprarabdha. The aprarabdha is stored within us in the form of samskara and the bija. Kuta. The specific word is kuta. The common word is samskara. Okay. Good. Papam. See, this is the verse. Yat shavananukit kirtanad yat pravanad yat smaranad apikochet swapi swadvopi sadhya savanaya kalpate kuta punaste bhagavanu darshanat. What to speak of when we are having darshan of Krishna? What to speak of that? Yes, Vishakha Maji, go on.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन कि
Yeah,
हम लोग ये सुनते हैं कि जैसे हम कृष्ण का नाम लेते हैं या महामंत्र बोलते हैं तो हमारे पाप फल खत्म होते हैं, लेकिन ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए, ये सोच के तो ये अपराध हो जाता है। लेकिन अगर हम वैसे देखें ऑटोमेटिकली तो वो हमारे पाप फल खत्म ही हो रहे हैं। लेकिन भक्तों की लाइफ में तो फिर भी इश्यूज होते हैं, जैसा कि अभी आपने कहा वो उनकी प्रीवियस किसी एक्टिविटी का फल होगा। तो क्या भक्तों को अपनी वो
होगा नहीं
सफरिंग
है।
डायरेक्टली जाननी होती है?
तो क्या है, भक्त लोग क्या क्या कहते हैं, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट, एयर रेजिस्टेंट, फायर रेजिस्टेंट बॉडी लेके आते हैं क्या यहाँ?
नहीं,
दुनिया
लेकिन
में
एक
दुनिया में हो
मतलब
तो
हमारे वो
बराबर
फल
जूते खाने पड़ेंगे।
मतलब फिर वो हमारे फल खत्म नहीं होते, वो हमें भुगतने हैं ऐसा।
देखो जो भक्त, मैं एक बात बताओ, भूल जाओ भक्त भाड़ में जाए भक्त, ठीक है ना? लेट्स हैव इट दिस वे. How do you see an honest and what is the difference between an honest and a dishonest man?
वो पाप ऑनेस्ट जो होगा वो पाप नहीं करता, डिसऑनेस्ट वो झूठ बोल रहा है, बेईमानी कर रहा है तो पाप कर रहा है।
क्यों? अगर ऑनेस्ट मैन होगा वो पाप नहीं कर सकता?
ऑनेस्ट तो हाँ कर सकता है।
कर सकता है।
हाँ
उसकी ऑनेस्टी क्या है? पाप करना? उसकी ऑनेस्टी है पाप को कबूल करना।
अच्छा।
डिसऑनेस्ट बंदे का क्या क्या इशू है? पाप करना इशू है? टू आर इज ह्यूमन।
क्या?
टू आर इज ह्यूमन। गलती करना इंसान की फितरत है।
हम्म
पर गलती करने के बाद जो है उसे दबा जाना, उसे बिना बिना डकार के निकल जाना, दैट इज कॉल्ड डिसऑनेस्टी.
हम्म
So do you expect a devotee to be at least on the platform of honesty? So if you think that the devotee should at least be
नहीं।
honest, no, he should not be honest.
He should be.
He should be honest, and he should be prepared to suffer for what he has done. He is not suffering for something what he has not done. He's suffering for what he has done. What kind of person is that? जब करते वक्त आपको ध्यान नहीं था? करते हो करते क्यों हो भाई? तो अभी आपको भक्ति नहीं करनी है, अभी आपको कफारा अदा नहीं करना चाह रहे, ये है ना बेसिकली. मकाफात है, अमल से डरते हैं आप. That is what it is. So it's not bhakti. You see, Krishna is not in the center. I am in the center. I'm using Krishna. Now imagine the
Make
kind
me
of
free
person.
from the sinful
Just imagine
reaction.
the kind. Now that's what I'm saying. Now just imagine the mindset of that person who is prepared to use Krishna, even, but won't behave honestly. Now you tell me. You see? So that is what that is the kind of samskar generally people have. And that is the kind of samskar we need to get rid of. And that's why bhakti will help us. Only and only bhakti can help us get rid of ourselves. These kind of samskars. You see? We think we are so smart that we can, we can even take Krishna for a ride. See? I have done a sinful act. Now let Krishna bail me out for it. Okay. And after Krishna bails me out for it, what happens? Because I have the samskar, I go back to being the same person.
Believe Krishna.
Yeah. No, not leave Krishna. Until the next time. You see? It's just until the next time.
You will commit the sin
Well, I have
again
the
and then you will
samskar.
again go to the Krishna.
Yeah, because I have the samskar, no? I have the habit in me, no? I have the samskar in me. I haven't got rid of that. I am just interested in getting rid of the reaction, not the habit, not the seed. Will happen again. It's just waiting to happen again. And again I will come back to Krishna. Again ask for forgiveness. Again he will relieve me of that. Again I'll do the same thing. You see? एक लड़का या एक लड़की कितनी बार धोखा खा सकती है भाई? वो होता नहीं है, कई लोग होते हैं ऐसे, कहते हैं ना, कहावत होती है हमारे यहाँ, वो पूर्णमासी के रात को ढस जाए ना, तो उसको होता है कि हर पूर्णमासी को डसवाने का शौक होता है. कृष्ण को डसवाने का शौक नहीं है. Getting my point? That's the point. It's not like every time I commit something and then I come back. No shame. So the devotees, they are looking for suffering because they know If they suffer, and if they don't react to that suffering, it is done once and forever. It's not going to come back to them. And they have that trust that whatever suffering is there, it is according to my karma. And Krishna will be kind, and Krishna will make whatever adjustments is required, whatever is good for me. If for my own good I have to suffer, I'll suffer. If Krishna doesn't want me to suffer, I won't suffer. That's what it says. Mare Krishna rakhe ke, rakhe Krishna mare ke. If Krishna wants to kill you, he can protect you. And Krishna wants to protect you. Yeah, if Krishna wants to protect you, who can kill you? So that's called gradually, step by step. It's like yesterday we were discussing that Rocky movie. One step at a time, one punch at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time. Gradually, one by one, gradually, we will be moving towards Krishna. Just Krishna we are looking for. That's pure devotional service. Let me live for Krishna, let me die for Krishna. If you don't have anything worthy to die for, you don't have anything worthy to live for. If you cannot die for Krishna, you cannot live for anything. That's what it is. And die means not like committing suicide. Die means these habits must die. This is the philosophy of German philosopher Hegel. Okay, Friedrich Hegel. He said, die to live. Die to live. If you want to live, this must die. German philosopher. Okay, Vaibhavimaji, go on.
So, Prabhuji, does this mean that it's okay to have the desires because these are samskaras which have been developed for a long time? And so, if somebody is committing offenses or sins again and again because of those samskaras, he should not stop doing the devotional activities. He should continue
That's
those
the point.
activities, and gradually they will go away.
Of course, otherwise, what other? Tell me the alternative.
No, there is no. So tolerating is
Tell
the
me
best
the.
option.
That's all. What can you do? Tell me the alternative. There isn't actually any.
Krishna didn't leave any option.
Yeah, it's like all these other things are like, that's why I said it's like underworld. You can get in, you cannot get out.
Right.
Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, doesn't he? Yadyatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. He says that. He didn't make any secret of it. If you come here, you are not going to go back anywhere else. Good.
Prabhuji,
let's
one more thing.
move on to
One more thing. I'm so sorry. One more thing. So, if one
Go
gets
on.
involved into a karma, then these
Yeah.
papam, bijam, kutam will get into it.
But our karma is called bhakti. Same thing. Synonym. Our karma is the synonym for bhakti.
Okay.
Akarma doesn't mean that there is an akarma that's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as not doing anything. That's not an option
The
because
devotional activities.
yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on. I don't know what will we be covering, but we covered quite a ground actually today. Read on. Volunteers, read on.
Even a person born in a family of dog eaters immediately becomes eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices if he once utters the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or chants about him, hears about his pastimes, offers him obeisances, or even remembers him.
See? So what is it saying? The verse actually saying Kuta punaste Bhagavan nu darshana. What to speak then? If this happens to a person who has, a low birth, apparently a low birth, if he chants the name of Krishna or he hears about his pastimes, offer obeisances to him, or even remembers him, then what to speak of that person who has had darshan of him? Kuta punaste Bhagavan nu darshanat. Where is the bhava? Where is the material world for him? So that this verse is the verse for Bhav Bhakti. So that's the perfect ending for this papam. So at Bhav Bhakti, the papam ends. Why? Because you have darshan, direct darshan of Krishna. So why will he again see the face, look at the face of this material world? Even if somebody chants Krishna's names, he hears about him, his pastimes, offer him obeisances, or remembers, this happens. What to speak of having his direct darshan? That's Bhav Bhakti. Read on.
One who is engaged in Krishna consciousness and devotional service has without doubt become freed from all contaminations of material sinful activities. Devotional service therefore has the power to actually nullify all kinds of reactions to sinful deeds.
You see? So what kind of devotional service? Starting from sadhana bhakti, ending in bhav bhakti. Karmani nirdahati. Karma cannot be burned. Kintu, but bhakti bhajam. But by bhakti bhajan, it can be burned. That is called bhav bhakti. Completely burned. But before that, it starts burning in sadhana bhakti, as we see. Okay? The seeds will burn. The samskar will burn. And when we reach bhav bhakti, the direct reactions will burn. Okay? It's an inside-out approach. Just like a tree. The tree might stand there, but the roots have been eaten up by the ants. Similarly, the bhakti that has eaten up the roots of the sinful acts, and the tree of sinful acts is just standing there. So when the ants have eaten up all the roots, and then the ants will proceed towards the tree itself, and the tree will come crashing down. The tree of sinful activities will come crashing down. That's Baba. This is the verse now. You see? That which was there in your book, handbook. Aprarabdham phalam papam kutam bijam phalam mukham. Kramaineva. Krama. That is the krama. That is the sequence which we were discussing. First, the samskar will be hit. Then the seed will be hit. Finally, the reaction will be hit. That is the sequence. First, the aprarabdha thing will be hit. Then the prarabdha will get a direct hit. Kramaineva praliyate. Praliyate means it's destroyed. Pralay. Pralay means, you see, end of the world, Armageddon. Kayamat. Praliyate. Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana. That's the point. Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana. You must be Rata. You must continue. Ratatmana. You cannot give up. Okay? You'll have to take it to the logical conclusion. ठीक है हर्षिका विशाखा माता जी काम खत्म करना है पूरा बीच में छोड़ दिया ना कीमोथेरेपी कैंसर आपको वो हाल करेगा ना आप देखना बिल्कुल ऐसा ही है दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंस टू डिवोशनल सर्विस बीच में नहीं छोड़ना कृष्ण को ऐसा धोबी का गधा बनोगे ना घर के रहोगे ना घाट के रहोगे you'll be torn apart one side Krishna is is pulling, another side Maya is pulling, and you are in the middle. You'll be torn apart. So काम खत्म करना है बिल्कुल. ठीक है? Okay. Read on. Yes, Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu, go on.
So, no, Prabhuji, I have a question.
But read this one and then we can have the question.
Okay. So it is stated in the Padma Puran that there are 4 kinds of effects due to sinful activities. All these 4 effects become immediately vanquished for those who surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu and become engaged in his devotional service in full Krishna consciousness. Chapter 1, page 6.
So all of this is Prabhupada is giving the summary, therefore he is giving the translations. Go on, Pandit Gadadhar Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, I have a question. Can a devotee actually engage in devotional service even though he's repeatedly committing sins? Because in case of accidental fall downs, we understand from Bhagavad Gita that they can engage, but in case of repeated committing,
everybody does that. No, everybody does that. Everybody does that. Yeah, nobody can stop you from committing engaging devotional service, but the effect of the devotional service will start reducing. You see, it's like the economics thing. You know that like diminishing returns, the theory of diminishing returns.
I mean,
yeah, there's this. That's okay. But it's just like okay, fine, fair enough. Yeah, it's just like just like the curvature. Hyperbolas जब होती है ना, एक point पे जाके then it starts reducing. So because of that sinful reaction, so you are putting in more and more effort in devotional service, yet you are getting lesser and lesser reaction, like benefit of devotional service. That's it. That's why you see there. You can see that difference in you and around you. That there are devotees who have this kind of problem. They're engaged in sinful activities and they're also engaged in devotional service. You will see it's like they are chanting every day 16 rounds. You see that they cannot chant peacefully. Many of these devotees, you will see this habit, very common, inattention. You see, if you are continuously committing sinful activity, you won't have attention in devotional service. It's like it's chanting. It's just like all over the place. All over the place. It's just chanting just one thing, everything. He's sitting in the Bhagavatam class. You will see. He's sitting in the Bhagavatam class. Always. He cannot sit still. These are those people. Too much sinful reaction. They cannot sit still. Taking prasadam, not peaceful. Taking prasadam, phone, this thing, that thing. Oh, Prabhu, this thing. Prabhu, that thing. And eating, in between the eating, he will bring that another like box. Prabhu, isme dalna. All of that. Always multitasking in any limb of bhakti. He has come to Vrindavan, he doesn't know what to do. You go to the temple, go to the market, where should he go? He doesn't know. All limbs of bhakti will find the same problem. It's because of too much sinful reaction. He is committing sins also and is engaging in devotional service. That's why it's like kind of tearing him apart. Just like that. Okay. So we are out of time today. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we can just take a minute to just revise what we have gone through today. So that's what it was. It was the papam thing, prarabdha. Okay. then prarabdha, and between the prarabdha also gives rise to root and bija, which again gives rise to prarabdha. Okay. That's what was. You see, and it is going back. So it becomes an never-ending cycle of sin. It's called the cycle of sin. Right. Okay. Okay, fine. We will start this tomorrow. I saw a hand up somewhere. Yes, Damaji. Go on. Last for the day.
Prabhuji, I have question related to OBA, not to this subject right now.
Mhm.
May I?
I haven't supplied OBA yet. Yeah, but I haven't supplied the OBA yet.
No, you haven't supplied, but I have something confusion. Like last in unit 1 OBA, I have written 800 plus verb, and in that I got 7 marks. And now this time their word limit is 750, and so the marks of word limit are given on which basis? There should be exact
same.
750 word.
No. That doesn't mean that you're going to get 10 out of 10.
Then?
That doesn't mean that you're going to get 10 on 10. What does it mean if I give you 10 on 10? You tell me. You tell me what does 10 on 10 means? Yeah, you better know that. 10 on 10 means that you cannot improve any further. It's not a compliment. It's an insult. If I give you 10 on 10, that means Daya cannot improve any further. There won't be any impetus for Daya to improve. That's not a compliment. That's an insult. Those people who give you 10 on 10, beware of them. They don't want you to improve. They just want to act good in your eyes. They just want to have a good impression about themselves. When they're giving that 10 on 10, they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. No sincere teacher will ever give 10 on 10. But there can be an exception. If you can snatch that 10 on 10 from the teacher. And by defeating the teacher, actually the teacher wins. Okay. These are principled teaching skills. If in a class of 20 people, one student fails, okay, that is the failure of the student. But if in a class of 20 people, only 5 people manages to pass, that is the failure of the teacher. And that's exactly happened in the CBA. Examinations are designed to check the knowledge of the students, not to check the ignorance of the student. And the knowledge of the student is tested on the basis of the aims and objectives of the course. Hence, the assessment process of the course must be and cannot be, but must be in tandem to the aims and objectives of the course. Not 1 inch right, not 1 inch left. So those who are setting the question paper must be thoroughly familiar with the aims and objectives of the course. If they don't know that and they attempt to create an examination out of it, that is going to be the kind of endeavor, as we say, as Shakespeare puts it, much ado about nothing. Okay. And the most important part of education is the assessment. And therefore, the assessment should be done by the very same person who has taught the students. Hence, the open book assessments must be graded by the facilitator themselves. Teaching is not a painless exercise. To take pain for the students, the two students will give you lesser and lesser pain.
Prabhuji,
That's all. Go on.
may I say something? प्रभु जी, मैंने ना जो श्रुति माता जी है ना, उनसे पूछा है कि है ना, मैंने 800 प्लस वर्ड्स लिख लिए हैं ओबीए के यूनिट 2 के। देन है ना वर्ड लिमिट्स की मार्क जो है ना, तो उन्होंने कहा है कि आप उसको 750 करो। अब लाइक आई एम लाइक मैंने तो ऑलरेडी
जरूरी नहीं है 50 words here, 50 words there, that's all right. But when we get OBS, say for example, 800 words, no. 800 words का मतलब 1600 words नहीं होता. 800 words का मतलब 900 words हो सकता है. 800 words का मतलब 700 words हो सकता है. 800 words का मतलब 200 words नहीं हो सकता.
क्लोज टू होना चाहिए.
Yeah, why? Because I am checking your ability to explain that concept within that framework. If I need to explain who is Krishna in one sentence, that is Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. But if I need to explain Krishna in 800 words, then I can use all the 64 qualities of Krishna. So that is what we are training while we are asking our students to write an OBM. What are we assessing when we are writing OBM? We are assessing the understanding of the student. When we are assessing the CBA, we are assessing either the student knows the concept or it doesn't know. There is no in between. Either you know it or you don't know it. But when I'm grading your understanding, the understanding comes in nuances, in shades. किसी की अंडरस्टैंडिंग किस तरीके की हो सकती है, किसी की अंडरस्टैंडिंग किसी तरीके की हो सकती है. और अंडरस्टैंडिंग में सही और गलत नहीं होता. गलत में कुछ कुछ सही होता है और सही में कुछ कुछ गलत होता है. And when I am assessing the shloka, I am assessing the memory and recall. The verses are just like the arrows in the quiver of Arjuna. In the fight between Maya and the devotees, that means in the preaching field, when you are there, you should not run out of arrows just as Karna ran out. When the time for the battle came, Karna forgot everything. And he died. So therefore, Karna is not our idol. Arjuna is our idol. And Daya is an Arjuna. Not forget whatever verses we will memorize. We'll use it.
Okay.
We promise you, if you remember all these 45 verses as is taught in the Bhakti Shastri, you will never fail in your preaching. There is no concept on the earth which can stand the test of these 45 verses. No concept. no form of materialism, no form of philosophy, no other form of religious system. Nothing can stand the test of this 45 verses. You saw the strength of just one verse yesterday when we challenged all the songs in the world,
Pop song.
all the literature, all the literacy in the world, all the literature of the world couldn't stand the test of one verse. Either you are a devotee or you are not. There are no in-betweens. So this is why a particular kind of assessment has been used. One to check your understanding, one is to check your Shastra knowledge, and one is to check your memory and recall. That's all. So don't worry about this thing.
Okay,
All
thanks
the
so much.
most of the almost all the devotees have scored very nicely so far. The first unit was concerned. I graded there were 14 students who submitted their papers. Par excellence. Especially the devotees from Pakistan. They have fared better actually. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Let's meet tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. Pranam to all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, pranam to all devotees.